This is the Day's Day with Mary J News, and you're watching This Week in Weed. Next spring may just be the greenest spring that New York has ever seen. Last Tuesday, Governor Andrew Cuomo unveiled his plans to bring legal weed to the Empire State. Along with next year's budget proposal, Cuomo included his own plan to create a fully licensed cannabis retail market. The proposal will not only allow full adult use, but would give former pot offenders a chance to clear their criminal records for good. One thing that makes Cuomo's plan unique is that it would not impose a retail tax on weed sales. Instead, the state would impose 3 separate taxes on cultivators and wholesalers. The plan is expected to bring the state $300 million in tax revenue over 3 years, which would go to fund small business development, substance abuse, and traffic safety programs. However, the proposal is far from a done deal. State legislators must still debate and approve the bill before it reaches the governor's desk for final approval. Even then, the proposal will not allow full retail sales to begin until April 1st of 2020 at the earliest. Even as some of the East Coast's largest states have begun drafting their plans for legal weed, some of the tiniest islands under U.S. jurisdiction are also beginning to see green. Medical marijuana has been legal in Guam and Puerto Rico for several years now, and last September the Commonwealth of the Mariana Islands legalized both recreational and medical marijuana in one fell swoop. And now the Virgin Islands has joined its fellow U.S. territories in saying yes to legalization. Last week, newly elected Governor Albert Bryan Jr. signed the Virgin Islands Medical Cannabis Patient Care Act. It's a new law that will allow patients suffering from almost 20 different qualifying conditions to legally possess up to 4 ounces of cannabis flower. Some patients will also be allowed to grow up to 12 cannabis plants for their own personal and medical use. In other news, President Trump's new pick to head the Justice Department has promised not to interfere with legal weed. Last November, the cannabis world bid farewell to one of its biggest haters, former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Bye! William Barr, Trump's top choice to replace Sessions, previously served as Attorney General under President Bush in the 90s, where he was responsible for creating tough-on-crime policies that led to a vast increase in the country's prison population. Although Democrats have a long list of concerns regarding Barr's appointment as the country's top prosecutor, there is one small sliver of a silver lining. He has promised he will not crack down on states that have already legalized pot. He says that to the extent that people are complying with the state laws, distribution and production and so forth, he's not going to go after that. Still, Barr is no friend of weed. He has also said that he would support a federal law that prohibits marijuana everywhere. If Congress does confirm Barr's appointment, it's not likely the country will see a large change in the status quo, but we can at least hope that he's not as bad as Jeff Sessions, and that's at least as far as pot is concerned. This is the Day's Day from Mary J News. For all your weekly news, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels, Mary Jane and Westfest TV, and check us out on maryjane.com. As always, Godspeed and good weed.